Yeah, round of 16, yep. So I'll turn these mics on. Welcome to the Queensland Murray Carnival. It's Saturday afternoon and it's the start of the finals. We are in the round of 16 in the men's senior. I'm Warren Boland and with me is Brenton Bowen. Great to have you along, Brenton, for this first of the finals match. It's second versus 15th as they are on the ladder.
And officials, please take the field. We're kicking off in 2 minutes.
Yeah, second versus 15th as they are nice. So far in the competition. And we've got in the mainly maroon colours, maroon and orange colours, Eagles United. They're a combined team, combining players from all over, really. Townsville, North Queensland, Rockhampton, but also a few from south of the border, from Coffs Harbour as well in this combined Eagles United team. And on the other hand, in the mainly blue and yellow colours, it's Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team, who come from the Yarrabah area near Cairns. They finished second on the ladder so far through the first 3 rounds. They had 3 wins and a for and against at plus 50. Their opponents finishing 15th so far through the rounds. They had 1 win, 2 losses and a for and against of minus 38. So I guess you could say Eagles United underdogs going up against Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. And that breeze is starting to pick up a little bit.
It is, yeah. I say the breeze is coming left to right on the screen, and but like you're saying, Warren, this is the last round of the 16 and finals footy, so anything can happen. I know the Eagles United finished 15th, but during these finals, any team can play on their day. So looking forward to this game.
Yeah, exactly. It's knockout football from here on, so it matters. The wins and the losses. You continue or you're out pretty much from here. So there's the kickoff from the Eagles United team. And they'll want to start strongly here. And 3 in the tackle. That's one thing we've noticed right throughout the Queensland Murray Carnival 2024 and every year for that matter, is the defence is really strong and enthusiastic. Hitting it up the middle, no frills football here from Dirringhi. Starting, just keeping it tight and making ground up towards halfway. And another hit up over the halfway.
Roderick Duncan.
Yeah, Roderick Duncan. Dummy half, Levi Johnson. And now out through Michael Morton, down that right edge. And they keep it going the same way. And they've got a chance here. Winger heading for the line, and he's in. An early try for Dirringhi. So they took it steadily through the first 4 or 5 plays and attacked down that right edge.
Yeah, what about that? The coaching staff would have said to both teams, you have to start strong. And the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team started very well, scoring off the first set of 6, which is really good to see for the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. And the Eagles United team are yet to touch the ball. And we'll just see how we go with that.
Yeah, and early signs there that Michael Morton, the number 3, he looks like he's a playmaker down the right side. He got them going a couple of times there, and plenty of speed on the outside with the numbers.
Yeah, that's right. The Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team that knew they were short. The Eagles United team was short on their left side. So the eyes up footy knew they were short, and they took the opportunity and come away with some points.
And just in the hour since the last match that I called, that breeze has really picked up. It was almost none before noon, but now it's blowing quite strongly. And as you say, down the ground, left to right, maybe a little bit into our faces on our side of the ground. Probably the northeast is starting to kick up.
Yeah.
And this kick for a conversion from the sideline, the wind's going to be right across this right to left. It's on its way. It's close, and it's there. What a
Oh,
superb
wow.
conversion. Well, there's a warning sign for Eagles United. Even if you keep them, the try scorers out wide,
Yeah.
they're going to kick the goals. So 6 points to 0 in favour of Dirringhi. Yeah, they didn't start with any flourish. They just started solidly and
Yeah, that's right. They just
exploited it at the end.
the forwards just went up the middle, created some space out wide, and yeah, the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team capitalised.
So will they do the same thing again here, or will they start to open up a bit earlier? It worked the first time, just keeping it nice and tight and making good ground over the halfway. Heading towards the centre of the field, but going through a few hands there. Last pass from Roderick Duncan again. Getting to his feet is Dean Wareg. Up to the halfway they go. Oh, bad pass, but well handled. Excellent hands. Good pickup, but Roderick Duncan again. Going to the line, and Morton kicks ahead. Well gathered at the back for the Eagles United. So the first time they've touched the footy, as you said.
Yeah, that's right. And just on the the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team, the coaching staff would get the message out and say that after points we need to complete the set, and they did just that. And the Eagles United now have an opportunity with the ball coming out of their own end.
So let's see what they can put together here. One of the biggest men on the field on the charge here, and that's Emil Jawai. One of the smallest men on the field is the halfback with the chip over the top. Can they cover it? Yes, they can. And bringing it back over the halfway as well.
Yeah, I just felt like the kicker there should have kicked it deep, put the pressure back on the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team, and with that the team now in good ball position, and put the pressure back on the Eagles United team.
And one of the biggest names in the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team is Hezron Murga. Of course, contracted to the Cowboys, played a number of seasons in the Queensland Cup as well with Northern Pride and Townsville, as Michael Morton sends it wider, and joining in Stanley Arnell. Slow play the ball though. He's got a heavily strapped left leg and dropped on the toe. A little unconvincing there. I think it was Keishon Hunter. Might have been in two minds. And now running and darting. It finally knocked over with some force. You probably were a teammate of Hezron Murga's at some point, were you?
Yeah, that's right. Up at the Northern Pride, but we also went to school together as well at Abergawi College there in Eam. So
there you go.
Hezron very, very well.
Now I think he's 37 now.
Yeah. Well, he's still coaching up there, coaching the Yarrabah Seahawks with another of his teammates.
Here's a kick with a wind. That could be a 40-20 if it bounces.
Oh, no.
There was the right side of the 40, but it's the wrong side of the 20.
Yeah, Hezron's still coaching up there with Milton Mossman up in Yarrabah, coaching their A-grade team. So it's good to see that Hezron's still running around and giving back to his community and his players.
Exactly. So he'll be wearing number 18. I haven't seen him in the action as yet. And his son is also in the team. And I think that's because there's a few, there's Lyle Murga is the captain, number 6, but I think his son is Amaziah Murga.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Here's a good run from Joel Murga. There's another Murga. There's a lot of Murgas out there on the field. Cameron Hooker with a good straight run too. Really taking it to them, pushing them back. Dummy half Emil Harris. Straightening it up. Richardson is sucking in that defence, making the big forwards work. Yateman Goes wide, Morton.
Oh.
And here's a chance out wide and going for the line. It's Abraham Wareg Ingui. And I'm pretty sure he was the first try scorer as well. So Abraham Wareg Ingui goes in for the second try for Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team.
Yeah, well, the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team is showing their class at the moment. Yeah, the play the ball was in the middle of the field. The hooker just showed to the left and then went to the right, and then just pretty much hands. And then it came to, I'm pretty sure the 21, the Keyshawn Hunter, just a nice little tip on there to his winger, and the winger goes in for the second try for the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team.
Yeah, everything about it was good, but you're right, that Keyshawn Hunter quick tip on through the hands really made it happen, didn't it? And the defence ran out of numbers there in the end. So the first kick for goal by Michael Morton was a beauty from the sideline, and he's got a very similar kick this time, so he should be feeling pretty confident. Very good start for the boys from Yarrabah.
You see the winds starting to pick up again, so this could be an interesting conversion attempt.
Yeah, if anything, it feels like it's coming even more into our face rather than down the ground. So it's going to be a tricky win. If Morton can make it 2 out of 2, he's doing very well. So he takes his time, concentrating hard, and moves into it again. He hits it well. It's to the right this time. The breeze did get hold of that one. So nevertheless, a confident start from Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. 10-0 leaders after only about 5 minutes of play. Oh, in fact, it's nearly 10 minutes of play now. So Eagles United, you can feel the breeze picking up all the time. Will they use it and kick deep here into the corner? But they want to keep it low. They don't want to kick it too far. Well, there's no danger there. It's going to bounce and juggled backwards in the end by Robertson. And a good run, and a big hit comes in.
Collision.
Ended that pretty rapidly.
Mergen out.
Yeah, that big hit was from Aramis Yateman. Sorry, correction, Amos Missy, I should say. And up the middle and making good ground through Landers. And Morton takes off, seizing the opportunity. They're on the back foot. He takes a chance again. Try scorer Wayreg down the right edge, bustling forward. Eagles United on the back foot once more. Out to Landers. Landers still going. And on the right edge and straight through the defence. Cutting through is Sajay Wilson. Just took it a little wider. Saw the space was in front. Stepped between two players. And a good piece of work there by Wilson for the third try.
Yeah, well, the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team are doing it quite easy at the moment. Yeah, after points, they completed their set again and then went one better and come up with some more points for their team. The forwards are just running up the middle with ease at the moment, and then a little shift to the right. And yeah, again, the centre went in for another 4-point for his team.
Yeah, there wasn't too much defence. Landers played the ball back, and then Wilson took full advantage. So they're finding it fairly easy going, Dirringhi, down the right side of the field. They haven't really come to the left all that often yet.
No, well, yeah. Pretty sure there's some sore bodies out there at the moment from both teams, and It's been a big couple of days of footy, and I know that both these teams are sort of maybe carrying some little niggling injuries in that, but the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team are they're going well at the moment.
They are, and apologies, I got that try scorer wrong. Oswald 4 Mile was the try scorer. Just finished that momentum of the set well, 4 Mile. And Morton from closer to the posts. Pretty comfortable this time with the conversion. So the kick taken well on the full and immediately shifting it and looking powerful here. A big strong run there from Paywan Sabadi. Keeper coming to the left and powerful burst here by Hooker. Hooker followed up by Joel Murger. Oh, they're running riot. Here goes Hooker again. Hooker and support there in Harold. Oh. What's the referee's call here?
High tackle.
Might be a penalty, is it? High tackle.
High tackle. Yeah, well, I think the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team, it's the first time they've come left all games so far. So, and then to come up with a high tackle and another set of 6.
So they're going to be hard to stop here, and having a first shot at them and almost twisting out of the tackle is Jarvis Yateman. And tackle comes up quickly. Morton again swings it wide. And on the burst here is 4 Mile once more. Stopped just short, good defence, but can they hang on here? Pass comes out to Morton. He's the kingpin. He changes direction, has a go himself. And he's over. Too smart for them, Michael Morton. Fleet-footed, nice steps. And there's plenty of holes in the defence at the moment. Eagles United are being run ragged, but some of the work before that earlier in the set by the likes of Hooker and also Harold.
Yeah.
They're making big ground.
Yeah, that's right. So these forwards are making big grounds, and off the kickoff we had that so 22, the Paywan Sabadi making about 20-40 metres of with the ball, and and the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team come up with a set of 6, and the way that they're playing, I'm pretty sure they can score anywhere on the field. And we just seen there with the centre in Michael Morton, he beat a few players there to on his way to the try line there, and he did well in the end.
He certainly did. They're everywhere the Eagles United team looks, there's weapons coming at them at the moment. There's a good run by Oswald 4 Mile, who scored the last try just before Morton had a crack at them. So a number of players softening up the defence and creating the holes. So Morton moves in, and he's got it again. And there's certainly class about what we've seen from Michael Morton so far, both with the ball and with the boot.
Yeah, that's right. And with the Eagles United, I really would like to see them in a good ball set. They haven't had that opportunity yet. They got to a kick once around that 40-metre line, and the kicker opted for a short kick. But yeah, I just really I'd really like to see the Eagles put pressure back on the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team and try and come up with some points for themselves.
Now, this kick has been called back. It's not a penalty. I'm not sure what maybe the referee hadn't signalled play on or something. There seems to be some hold up. Referee is he counting numbers? With the unlimited interchange, there is the danger that too many players are on the field. I noticed that this morning in one or two of the other games. Yeah. Players coming and going pretty quickly. And a little bit of confusion. So it's all good, play on, and in fact that's probably a better kickoff than the first one was, a little bit deeper. So can they force an error here? It's been almost faultless football so far from the Dirringhi team in the blue and yellow. And they're full of running at the moment. Another big charge. It's a forward pass called. That was Paywan Sabadi with the hit up. So the referee stepping in. Must have been fairly flat.
Yeah. Well, the Eagles United now have an opportunity to actually have an attacking set at the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team. And I feel like this is the first time they've actually been had some good ball in the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team's half.
Well, they'll be very grateful for the possession, that's for sure. Score 22-0 against Eagles United. In possession now, dummy half, Robertson gets it out. There's two Robertsons, in fact, 7-14. It's Lewis to Antoine. And also there with Zachary Yo-Yi, related to both Kevin Yo-Yi and Gerald Yo-Yi.
Yeah.
Zachary McAllister Yo-Yi. Now up the middle, nice little change of direction there. Ethan Hill with the ball. Not making a lot of ground, but they're looking organised, probably for the first time in the game, with a bit of possession here. Out it comes to Ware, put on his back. Last tackle, popped over the top, not really high enough. The kick there from Anthony Broome-Douglas. And here's danger as Edwin Cobbo. Or is it? He's broken, should say. It's Amazia Murga, I should say. Amazia Murga.
Yeah, what a break from the fullback. There was in great position there to catch the ball, and a bit of individual brilliance.
Formar kicks it back, and Morton puts it on the toe. What a brilliant piece of thinking, brilliant skill, execution. The lot from Michael Morton there after he got the pass back late from Oswald Formar. Gee, those two are doing some damage down that right-hand side, the 3 and the 4.
That right edge, I feel like it's come up with all of their tries this first half. But I've got to give credit to the Eagles United in that this is the first set they had in that good ball area. They completed the set, got to a kick, but they just couldn't back that up with great defence. And as we see the Amazia Murga come up with a little break to set up his team with the ball rolling, and like I said, the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team come out with another try on that right side.
And probably their most brilliant try. They've scored a couple of good ones, but that was an absolute beauty. Yes, and that fine run from Amazia Murga to start it from fullback for the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team really got them going. And then there was some classy football from 4 Mile, and then the cherry on top, that kick ahead from Morton was a beauty, and Regather sprinted away. So it's fairly one-sided in this first half. We've had about 21 minutes of play. Morton from a familiar side of the posts, and he's got it again. He just keeps converting 4 into 6. So it's now 28 points to 0 in favour of the Dirringhi team.
Yeah, well, that's what if the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team is going to go further into this carnival, they're going to need someone like Michael Morton who can convert tries and make it at 6 points rather than 4 points.
A high and relatively short kick. It's knocked backwards. Can they come up with it? No, they can't in the Eagles United. And having a run now, Joel Murga.
I like that by the Eagles United, just changing up the kickoff to, try and build momentum for themselves. But unfortunately, that one didn't come off for them.
Well, it was nearly a 50-50, wasn't it? Could easily have gone their way. So Up the middle goes the Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team. And still going.
Nice contact meters there.
He just could not be put on the ground, and that was Paiwan Sabadi. And Sabadi, after a couple of big runs, is looking for an interchange now. They're so close here with William Munns on the field. Dummy half has a crack. The threats are all over the park. Coming back in, is this Morton again? Oh, he stopped this time. That's a good tackle by Robert Lammermoor.
Oh, knock on.
That was a powerful tackle. One-on-one, he really put the shoulder in there nice and hard. Great timing on the tackle.
Yeah, well, I feel like the Eagles United did really well there in that set of 6. You know, with the scoreboard the way it is, you could forgive them for giving up, but they keep turning up and trying hard for their teammates, and they come up with a try saver there.
In saying that, the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team finished second through the first 3 rounds of football in their, it's a large pool groups. But you might be wondering who finished on top of the ladder at this point in time, and it's the Coastal Blacks.
Nice.
And they've been pretty impressive. So we can look forward to some really good finals football later today and tomorrow in the Queensland Murray Carnival of 2024. Short kick over the top. Can they regather? Yes, they can. There's support there too. Can he make something of this? Smallest man on the field loses the ball. He was muscled. It was a one-on-one strip. He's complaining that it was stripped, but I'm pretty sure it was one-on-one. Oh. Now we've got a bit of rough and tumble. So that was a smart little kick through, the chip kick from Antoine Robertson, which he regathered. In fact, the chip was regathered by Robertson, and then he just couldn't find support. The ball's ripped away from him here. And then as they come away, was there a high tackle? Well, certainly they came, there was a swinging arm and a bit of work on the ground. Yeah. Thumped him on the ground.
Yeah, I like that though by the Eagles United, where they just trying something different. Again, just trying something different to boost their teammates, and unfortunately that one didn't go their way. And
now, a player from Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team being called over. That's Roderick Duncan. But I would have thought any caution or penalty would go their way.
Men's game, we've actually got the draw now.
Now another player's been called over.
3:30 today. On field 1, we've got Brisbane Blacks JB Senior Memorial Team versus Brisbane Natives. On field 2, we've got SEQ Magic versus Jonathan.
Nicholas Harold, the Travis Downton, the captain, is up there, the number 8.
And on field 4, we've got
now being called over, and there's a sin bin here. So we've got a sin bin on Eagles United. They're down to 12 men. Travis Downton arguing the point with the referee. So the player who is in the sin bin is Lewis Robertson. And the penalty goes to Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team.
So this will be the last play, is it? The halftime hooter has sounded.
They swing it right. The danger is out wide. That's been there all game so far. Through the hands. Brilliant work. Werrig kicks ahead. And it's been gathered in by Eagles United, or at least prevented. Nice work down that right-hand side as well by Cameron Hooker, out wide that time. So some pretty good football to finish, but no try. And at half-time, it's 28 points to 0. in favour of Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team from Yarrabani, Cairns. So we'll take a short break and be back here in a couple of moments for the second half of this first round of 16 final. So both teams making their way onto the field. A convincing first half from Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. Rattled up 28 points. Five tries and a number of conversions from Morton. In fact, Morton's goal kicking 4 out of 5, very, very accurate even from out wide. So with the wind behind them, this will be interesting to watch this kickoff. How far will it go?
Oh, spiral.
Somehow he's created, like a spiral torpedo off the kickoff. But well gathered in and brought back by Bo Jarrett for Eagles United. If you've just joined us, Eagles United are a combined team with players. Oh, here's a good run too. Good strong run from Travis Danton.
Yeah, we had support on the outside there. I really thought he was going to pass it to his winger there, but no, he just took the safe option there and went for the play of the ball.
Dummy half is Ziggy Connors and juggled by Landers, Thomas Landers. Up the middle they go. Good strong run. This is good start for them. That last run from Lammermoor. And now with Thomas Landers. There's Leighton Landers and Thomas Landers in the team. Across field with Robertson. Puts the kick in and good step and way too good for Downton. Now cover defence, but plenty of support and racing away to score this try is Stanley Arnau. That was great football. Great football by the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team. Plenty of players had a hand in it, including Cameron Hooker, the number 17. But really the finish from Stanley Arnau, just striding away, very athletic in his running style.
Right. With the Eagles United, I feel like they started well. They completed the set, got to a kick, and the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team through their outside backs, their speedy outside backs, with the kick reception, come out with a runaway try to Stanley Arnau.
Yeah, it was all too easy. The kick chase was just a little bit loose, and Downton, a bigger forward, tried to come at them and was easily stepped around. So we get a different view of Michael Morton's attempted conversion from here. This will be across a fairly stiff wind going left to right now. So it'll be interesting to see how far outside the left-hand upright he puts this.
Yeah, that's right.
Meanwhile, Hezron Murgard down on the sideline giving plenty of instructions to the team. So Michael Morton moves in. It's going to come back beautifully. What a lovely kick. That was perfection.
Yeah, perfection. He timed it right. He knew where he was going to kick it. He used the wind to perfection, and another 2 points for his team.
And it's now 34 points to 0 in favour of Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team, and not that surprising. Eagles United walk slowly back to halfway. Getting a little frustrated with what's happening out there at the moment. I was about to say before, they're a combined team with players from Townsville, North Queensland, Rockhampton, other parts of Queensland, and from Coffs Harbour in New South Wales as well, joining in the Queensland Murray Carnival. This kick bouncing awkwardly, trapped with the legs. Smart play against such a bouncing ball. Playing it back was Benjamin Blarry. And now to dummy half. The defence slow to move up. Good run from Levi Johnson. And Arnaud's there. And so too is Duncan. But it's been called back for the forward pass. Over 2 days of the Murray Carnival, we've seen plenty of forward passes called back. And most of them are only just, but the referee's in a better position than all of us. But
yeah, that's right. And
it's frustrating just to see that only an inch or two, and some of the players really been pretty smart.
Yeah, that's again. Well, want to thank our referees as well. Obviously, without them, these games don't go ahead. So, the referees do a great job. But yeah, they're a bit unlucky. The Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team. They just kept rolling up the field there, and just an unlucky pass there.
So Ziggy Connors puts it in the scrum, and they win the scrum. And that was a searching run from Ande Ware. Just a couple of metres short of halfway. Late pass back to Connors. Connors is quick. Oh, is that obstruction? Yes, it is. He went behind Ande I'm not sure if it's Ware or Ware, the pronunciation, but he went just behind him and only about a metre behind him, and it wasn't surprising to hear the whistle for obstruction.
Yeah, I think it's still good to see that the Eagles United team are still trying, still trying to change momentum. Yeah, with that one, they just tried too hard.
And little dummy inside and just makes the defence guess a little bit harder. Lammermoor comes in for the tackle. Here's Morton. Out the back for Andau. Andau throws a big dummy, throws another huge dummy, and goes in one more time. Stanley Anu, or Anau? Anu, is it?
Yep.
Stanley Anu has been very prominent in this second half already. Scored a try. He set up a couple of raids down this right side, and then he goes in for his second try of the second half.
Yeah, the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team doing what they did in the first half, which is like piling on the points. Yeah, and just that try come off the back of the obstruction, and yeah, the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team rolled up the field, and Stanley O'Neill, bit of individual brilliance there by show and go, bit of footwork, show and go twice, filled the fullback and went just shy of the right uprights, and Morton just converted the try there.
And so that racks up 40 points now. And that show and go from Stanley Anu. He certainly didn't hold back in throwing. I mean, someone you'd know pretty well, Jonathan Thurston, was known for the show and
yeah, that's right.
The show and go, and he didn't hold back either. He sold it for all it was worth.
Yeah, he sold it. Yeah, sold it for everyone.
In fact, I'm not so sure it didn't leave his fingers and come back. I think there was a little bit of plasticine on the end or something. Blue tack.
Blue tack.
So 40 points to nil. This is heading for a very good win for the visitors from North Queensland, and completing the tackle.
Yeah, as we see Eagles United now with the ball again in the opposition's area. So let's see what they can do with this.
I take my hat off to Robert Lammermoor playing the ball. He's certainly had a go in attack and defence in a team that's been well beaten. And a reminder too, of course, they were down a man with this player in the sin bin, Lewis Robinson sin bin, just before half time. In fact, I think I may have said 10 minutes. I think it might be a 5-minute sin bin.
Oh, okay.
In the competition.
Yep. Yeah, I always wondered that whether it was 5 or 10 minutes.
So ducking and weaving, Travis Donton puts a kick ahead. He's ambitious. Can he come up with it? He might be able to come up with it. There's a try there. And a fumble at the back by Stanley Anu. And Travis Donton scores the try. So big Travis backs himself and comes up trumps.
Yeah, Travis Downton, like you said, he backed himself. I feel like he's been willing all game for the Eagles United. In that first half, he tried a little chip over the top there, but it didn't work. But he tried that again, a little grubber in for himself. He seen some space at the back there and backed himself again. And yeah, unfortunately for the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team, come up with an error. And yeah, the big fella, the big front rower, in to score the only try now for the Eagles United.
Yeah, he ducked away from a tackle, Downton, and then curved around and decided to put it on the toe for himself. Now, lining up the conversion is Ziggy Connors, and he's just pushed it wide. So no goal, but they're on the board, the Eagles, so they'll be pleased about that. 40 points to 4. Yeah, he's a goer. There's no doubt about that, Travis Downton. He's been in everything. He's really tried his hardest. Almost too enthusiastic that time on the kick chase before, when he was stepped fairly easily on the kick chase.
Yeah, that's right.
But he was there trying.
Yeah, and that I think that's the main thing. He's just trying to change the game for his teammates.
Well, this is high. Where's it going to end up? It's going to find touch.
Oh, no.
He whacked it back in, but I thought his foot might have been over the sideline. Touch says no, play on. So
it was the try scorer,
Travis Downton.
Travis Downton, very athletic.
Star of Downton Abbey. No, he did really well there. That the ball was so high and allowed to bounce, and you thought it would kick straight over the sideline. He did really well just to get it back in field. Now, strong run from Anthony Broom Douglas.
I feel like they've lifted here, the Eagles United team, after those points.
Yeah, I agree. And this is smart work too. Good run from Andre Ware. So they keep it coming. Strong run from Isaac Lyons. Fifth tackle. And the boot from Antoine Robertson. But this kick chase again lets them down. Very much lets them down. They could pay the prices. Hooker goes for a big run. Cameron Hooker throws it back inside. And backing up is Abraham Warwick Ngui, who scored the first try of the match and the second try of the match. And he comes around to make it a hat-trick for the big number 7, Abraham Warwick Ngui.
Yeah, well, just as we said, the Eagles United were looking to score some more points. I think we have a big shout out to the three there. Michael Morton come up with the kick pressure where the 15 there in Ziggy Connors kicked the ball. I think he shanked it and went straight to the 17. And Cameron Hooker, he made the break and passed it off to his halfback, and the halfback there went in to score some more points.
Yeah, Cameron Hooker did really well, but that's the second time they've paid the price for a kick where the kick chase just wasn't there in numbers. Too many holes from right in front. Morton adds more points, so now it's 46 points to 4 in favour of Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. So they've opened up really well heading into the finals here. They'll go through to the quarterfinals, and they might be really able to make a run all the way to tomorrow's grand final.
Yeah, that's what we call the way that they're playing now. I think it's a. Oh, here we go again.
Downton.
He's been obviously like the Eagle United's best on ground so far.
And Zachary Yoyi has a run. Dummy half, Robertson. Downton, flat-footed, but still going and finds support out wider. Landers. And on the ground, attempted kick through by Den Warwick. He missed it. And if he'd made contact with that ball, it might have gone about 90 metres. He really laid into it.
Yeah, but now as we see the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team now come up with the scrum feed.
Well, there's no doubt that the hardest trier award must go to Travis Downton.
Yeah, I agree. Like he's been trying his hardest all game.
He just keeps putting himself in the game. Here's a chance. They're off and running down the sideline again. They've outflanked them, and there will be no stopping Jarvis Yateman. Oh, no, he's busted a hammy. Oh, no. Oh, that is tragic. Jarvis Yateman on his way and scores the try. You can only hope it's a cramp, but I think that looks like a hamstring.
Yeah.
And that could put him out for the rest of the competition. Oh, he was running brilliantly. And his teammates there in Stanley Anu and Also, Emil Harris come over to him, but that is sad to see.
Yeah.
Particularly someone like yourself, Brenton Bowen, who's got out in the clear more than once. There's nothing worse, is it? You're flying and it's like being shot.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's been a few times there where I've done my hamstring, and it's not a good feeling. Just on that, the Java Shapeman. If you're going to pull your hamstring, you can pull your hamstring while scoring a try. So, well done to Java Shapeman, running away with a runaway try.
Well, he's still on the field. He hasn't left the field yet. I can only hope it was a cramp, but he is limping. Now he's heading off. Fingers crossed for him. Morton converts the try. They've passed the 50-point mark, 52-4. And just on that, actually, another great player who is leaving the Cowboys in Kyle Felt last night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately left with a calf muscle injury in that loss to the Sharks. What a wonderful player he's been for North Queensland.
Yeah, he's been a great servant for the North Queensland Cowboys, obviously breaking Matty Bowen's try-scoring record. And
yes,
he's been great. I feel like, here we go with a break down
the left-hand side with support inside and racing away. This is 4 Mile. 4 Mile, he's tackled as he goes over, but he gets it down. Courageous chase, but that is 4 Mile, who scored a try in the first half and set up another one. And Oswald 4 Mile racing down that left edge for Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial. But a couple of players inside helped him on his way. There was a good run early on. I think it might have been Fletcher Harold that took it up off the kickoff, and then they shifted it out on that left-hand side. And 4 Mile just took off. He didn't have to use the support player on the inside of him.
No. And just again, we talk about as soon as teams score some points, we want to try and complete their next set of 6. And the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial team went one better and scored more points for their team.
And this is interesting because I think it's Morton again on the far side will attempt this conversion, but the Eagles United, they're not behind the post, they're back at halfway lined up. I think the referee has had mercy on them and said, that'll do, you can stay there, boys. Because they had a long chase back down to the other end of the field to be behind the post, which is a dismal place to be anytime.
Yeah, that's right. There's a few there still back there, and but most of the other teammates are up at halfway, ready to kick off.
So Morton kicked a beautiful goal from this side of the field. This from the far side. He's got the wind more behind this kick. And it's on its way and waved away. But
looked good.
Certainly did. So they're scoring in quick time now. That last one to 4 Mile makes the current score 56-4. So not a happy match, has to be said, for Eagles United, but I mean it's wonderful that they're participating. That's the main thing, to be a participant. If you can win it, well, that's fantastic. That's what everyone wants to do. But just to participate in this Queensland Murray Carnival is a great community event. And the kick finds touch. He didn't touch it. And
there's our man again. The Travers down with the kickoff.
Yeah, this is
no one touches it, and it goes into touch, and the Eagles United come up with the scrum feed.
Yeah, so it's going to be possession for the Eagles United. Zachary Yoyi was in the vicinity there, but he didn't touch it. And the player who was sin bin in the first half, Lewis Robinson, to feed the scrum. Can they get another try?
Well, I hope so.
Just a few minutes remaining in the half now. Dowden standing at the back of the scrum there. And this is a surging run. Takes a long time to put him on the ground. And followed up by Leighton Landers. The first run was by Ethan Hill. Downton chips it over the top. He's going to regather this. Oh, but he gives chase. And here's another. Oh, he comes from behind with a big tackle there.
Yeah,
that was a great tackle from Zachary O'Yee. They may not have had a good front-on kick chase, but on that occasion they came from behind and knocked him over after Downton chanced his arm.
Yeah, but it was man again, Travis Downton with a little chip kick for himself.
So the question now becomes, can the Eagles United hold them out, prevent them getting to 60? Amiel Harris finding a bit of space and still dancing. And the tackle coming in, Robert Lammermoor with a bit of a swinging arm, but it was below the shoulders. Oh, away they go with the dummy half. Levi Johnson. Levi Johnson's got support in Morton. Good tackle comes in and manages to prevent him going any further from Ethan Hill. But it's the last tackle. They're hungry on the right, they're hungry on the left, and they go straight from dummy half. And away they go with Levi Johnson. He was the one who started it back near halfway with a good dart out of dummy half, and he repeats the dose and flies straight between attempted tackles, goes low, and over he goes. Levi Johnson does bring up 60 points in 50 minutes.
Yeah, like you're saying, Warren, the hooker there in Levi Johnson, just seeing that the A defender for the Eagles United was a bit wide, so he saw the gap and he took it and backed himself and gave it to the three in Michael Morton. Michael Morton went down, played the ball, and then again Levi Johnson saw some space and he went for it and again, backed himself, and he scores another try for his team.
So Morton has kicked a stack of conversions, but this conversion is going to be taken by Joel Murger. Joel Murger is rewarded with an attempted conversion here, and he moves into it. Oh, and he sprays it. Joel Murger, no luck on that one. But what a win that is for Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. They have really annihilated Eagles United in this match, 60 points to 4. Certainly among them, Wareg Ganui scored 3 tries, but there were plenty of other teammates who scored a couple as well, including 4 Mile. He got a couple. Anu got a couple as well. And but as we pointed out a couple of times, we paid tribute to the number 8 for the losing team, Travis Downton, for his effort out there.
Yeah, that's right. He was enormous for his team. In a losing team, he really played well. But full credit to the Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. They're coming away with a victory and, one step closer to the grand final.
Well, they've thrown down the gauntlet to the other teams, including the Coastal Blacks, who finished first after 3 rounds of football. They were unbeaten, as were Dirringhi Thaddeaus Johnson Memorial Team. Will they be the grand finalists? Well, we'll find out between now and tomorrow afternoon. Looking forward to that. Thanks to Brenton Bowen. I'm Warren Boland, and we'll hand over. Duro Sen's going to join us shortly.